Good morning. This is Mike Houston with your Wednesday morning weather hazard briefing for southeast Idaho. Taking a look at satellite imagery this morning, we do have a high pressure ridge over us, which is bringing dry conditions to southeast Idaho. But you don't have to look too far off the coast here. We see a elongated Pacific trough advancing towards the coast. We already have some energy spreading inland into California. Another couple little waves here up further up into the trough off the coast, and we'll see those impacting the region here over the next several days. Looking at our forecast clouds and precipitation, the precipitation being these blues and greens for today. So we'll see that one circulation that I pointed out on the bottom of the trough working its way into California, with precipitation spreading in across the western Great Basin, Nevada here, with the dry conditions continuing across southeast Idaho. Afternoon highs this afternoon expected to run up into the upper 50s here through the Snake River Plain, and mid 40s to mid 50s here in the Central Mountains and Southeast Highlands. So another nice warm day. Advancing to Thursday, we see that low pressure system now spreading in across southern Nevada. Precipitation associated with that spreading up into the southern highlands, maybe even up into the Snake River Plain here by Thursday afternoon. We are looking at snow levels relatively high here, 7,000 feet. So if you're going to see any snow, you'd have to get up pretty high. Daytime temperatures here on Thursday looking to be fairly warm, once again in the 50s, maybe even approaching 60 degrees down here in the eastern Magic Valley, with upper 40s and 50s in the Central Mountains and Southeast Highlands. All these warm temperatures will bring some snow melting. Here we are looking at a 48-hour modeled snow melt forecast for the 48 hours ending on Thursday evening. And these areas that are in the orange and cinnamon colors are the areas where we'd expect to see the most appreciable snow melt. And it looks like, maybe some areas over here near Peekaboo, just south of Haley. Maybe up here running from Du Bois on over towards St. Anthony. That would be a good place for some snow melt. It looks like even some snow melt here running from McCammon, Ingham, and those regions that still have snow in the lower elevations here. So nothing too dire here yet. I would expect to see some readings here in these cinnamon colors, and all I'm seeing is these light orange colors. So I think once we get into the latter part of the week, we could see a better chance of some snow melt issues. And I'll show you that here, the reasons for that here in a minute. Here we are looking at Friday, that low pressure system now lifting up through the region. Some fairly good precipitation amounts here across the Southeast Highlands, with snow levels up around 6,500 feet. Overnight lows now, with that system pushing through the region, should remain above freezing here in the Snake River Plain. Still seeing freezing temperatures here in the Central Mountains and a good portion of the Southeast Highlands, but with these warmer temperatures in the valleys staying above freezing overnight, that will help to accelerate whatever snowmelt we're seeing here Friday, and then going into Friday afternoon with highs generally running in the 50s here in the Snake River Plain and upper 40s and 50s here in the Central Mountains and Southeast Highlands. So by the end of the day on Friday, we do expect to see some accumulations here, generally up to an inch here across the Southeast Highlands. Might even get up into this 1 to 2 inch range here across the northern Wasatch down near Bear Lake, but for the most part, light accumulations due to the high snow levels. Jumping ahead to Saturday, we continue to see this upper trough lifting up through the region. Snow levels remain at 6,500 feet or better, and we're still seeing some fairly decent precipitation amounts here in the Central Mountains and Eastern Highlands. Overnight lows into Saturday morning, again staying above freezing in a good portion of the Snake River Plain. Certainly cold enough in the central mountains and southeast highlands here to support snow. But once again, with these warm temperatures here and any rain that we get on the existing snowpack may produce some snowmelt flooding. Daytime highs on Saturday a little cooler, mainly because of all the cloud cover, but generally in the low to mid 50s here in the Snake River Plain, and lower 40s to lower 50s in the central mountains and southeast highlands. Snowfall accumulations Sunday night or Friday night through Saturday. Generally not seeing any accumulations down here in the Snake River Plain because it's too warm, but we could see anywhere from an inch to even 4 inches here in the central mountains and eastern highlands, where at higher elevations we're expecting to see at least cool enough temperatures to support some snow. Finally, by Sunday, that trough is lifting north of the region. We may see some lingering precipitation along the Montana and Wyoming borders here going into Sunday afternoon, with snow levels generally running 5,500 feet to 6,000 feet. You can see a little cooler temperatures. We are getting some drier, cooler air beginning to work into the region from the west here on Sunday behind that exiting trough. So looks like the highs here in the Snake River Plain generally in the upper 40s to lower 50s. Generally in the 40s here in the central mountains and southeast highlands. And with the cooler temperatures, probably enough there to support some snow. Less than an inch here in the Snake River Plain if we see any at all. And then upwards of, it looks like 3 to 6 inches here in the central mountains at higher elevations. And maybe 2 to 4 inches here across the eastern highlands here along the Wyoming border. So winter isn't gone yet. And here we are looking at Monday. That storm system has now pushed off to the east. We have a second one beginning to take shape off the Oregon and Northern California coast, with a ridge developing across the region here on Monday afternoon. So we will see warmer temperatures Monday and going into Tuesday. And by the time we get out to Wednesday here, that low pressure system now reaching the California coastal waters, we're beginning to see precipitation spreading into at least the western portions of southeast Idaho here on Wednesday afternoon. Snow levels again warm, with this warm southwest flow here rising up to 6,500 to 7,000 feet during the afternoon hours here. And with the southwest flow, we should see warmer temperatures here across the region, much warmer than normal for this time of year. Readings generally running in the upper 50s to lower 60s here across the Snake River Plain, and 50s here in the central mountains and southeast highlands. That's all I had for you here this morning. If you had any additional comments or questions, you can give us a call here at the number on the screen. Thank you.